Welcome back to Thursday Night Thunder, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the MTA Arena as Week 3 of the April season gets underway. Last week, we saw Dan Chichagash and Rammunition take home the championship flag. He is out to keep that flag on the back of his truck here tonight. 15 other trucks and drivers are ready and willing to lay it all on the line and try to take it away from Team Crush This here tonight and rip the flag off of the back of that big bad Dodge. Ladies and gentlemen, Week 3 of the April season gets underway, and we're about to find out how round one action is going to be shaken down as the trucks head back to the pit area and the fans pack the stands. Here's how round one action is going to be breaking down. We're going to see Inferno take on the War Wizard. Then Quad Chaos will be taking on Blue Thunder. Tropical Thunder back after last week's wreck. He'll be taking on the Junkyard Dog. Then Megalodon taking on Excalibur. Other side of the bracket, Brutus returns to take on Zombie. UFO will take on USA 1. Destroyer taking on Snakebite. And last but certainly not least, Rammunition puts the flag on the line against the King Crunch Chevrolet. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how round one is going to shake down for Thursday Night Thunder. Up first at the line, Louis Jimenez coming back in the all-new Inferno. He's ready now to take on Chris Baluk in the War Wizard. Made its debut last season out on Thursday Night Thunder. Hasn't had much luck with it since its debut. Trying to shake the cobwebs out of that truck and break it in just right for this Thursday Night Thunder course. Both these drivers are staged and ready to go. One of them is advancing on into round two. The other one on the trailer stage. Here's the green light now, and down the straightaway they go side by side. Up and over the first jump through no man's land now, and look out, Inferno. He turns it over going across the finish line, and Chris Baluk and the War Wizard will be advancing on into our round two competition. We're going to go back up to the top of the track, take another look at our MTA replay here. We're going to try to figure out what happened to Inferno there on the outside lane. Here you see down the straightaway, Baluk and the War Wizard starting to pull a slight gap. Watch that far lane as Inferno now gets a little crossed up, hits the center stack of cars and flipped it end over end. What a ride it is for Louis Jimenez as War Wizard will advance on into our round two competition here tonight. And next up, coming to the line, it's the return of the Built for Tough Blue Thunder. Sawyer Ramsdale took home the Night 2 Monster Mania 6 Championship, now ready to take on Josh Brown in the Quad Chaos Machine. First week out of the April season, Quad Chaos looked really strong. Last week didn't fare so well, trying to turn that around here tonight. However, Blue Thunder's been looking strong this whole April season. Can he knock off Quad Chaos here tonight inside of round one stage? Now green light goes down off the line. Blue Thunder got a hold shot. Quad Chaos trying to come back on him now. Won't be enough. And Ramsdale's upside down inside of the little pond in the shutdown area. Got a little crossed up there coming over the last of the cars towards the finish line. And he does outrun Quad Chaos here tonight in our round one competition as we shake it down in the replay. Watch now coming down that straightaway. Blue Thunder has a slight lead. Quad Chaos knows he's got to get a little bit of distance on him through no man's land. Now watch the outside lane. The truck just kind of nosed up right there. Sawyer Ramsdale tried to drive out of it. Upside down he goes inside of the little pond there, inside of the shutdown area. Quad Chaos, however, is on the trailer here tonight. Now our MTA track crew and officials are down there. They got to pull him out of the pond, and they're getting ready to back that truck on up and roll him back over. Hopefully no damage has been done here tonight in round one as Blue Thunder is set and ready to come back for round two competition. The crew's going to go down there, double check over that truck, make sure he's good for round two competition. A wild ride for the S-Kicker here tonight, Sawyer Ramsdale. Blue Thunder coming back. And next up, speaking of coming back, Chad Legit, Too Legit. Tropical Thunder went for an incredible ride last week. The crew thrashed on that truck all week long to get him back and ready at the starting line. He's now ready to take on Ryan Davis and the Junkyard Dog, representing the Backyard Beast over there in that far lane. You see what's left of Tropical Thunder on the inside lane. Chad Legit looking to send it for all it's worth at this point. Both trucks are staged. Green light goes down off the line. The Junkyard Dog's got a big time lane. Here comes Tropical Thunder on the inside. And Chad Legit will seal the deal here tonight inside of round one against the Junkyard Dog, who has the problems coming out of no man's land. And Tropical Thunder will put that truck inside of round two competition here tonight, and the Junkyard Dog's on the trailer. But next up in round one, your 2024 Monster Jam RC World Finals Freestyle Champion, Josh Rhodes and Excalibur coming to the line to take on Peanut, who made it all the way to the final round showdown last week, just losing out to Dan Chichagash in that final round for the championship flag. Tonight, he takes on another member of the Crush This race team and Josh Rhodes on the inside lane, Excalibur. Here's the green light now, Megalodon and Excalibur. Megalodon's got a lead on him. Excalibur trying to come back, and over goes Megalodon. He lost it, got crossed up inside of no man's land and flip the truck over, much like Inferno did earlier tonight. So it may be something going on with that right lane as we go back and check out the MTA replay. Megalodon has a lead on Excalibur coming down that straightaway. Watch now as he hits the first jump, sends it up and over the first set of cars, settles it down. He clipped the tires right there if you didn't see that, and it sent him over on its lid here tonight, right there on the dorsal fin for Megalodon and Peanut. Out of the truck, he's A-OK, waving to the fans. Excalibur will pick up a round one victory here tonight as Megalodon got a little cross up there inside of the no man's land section of the track. MTA track crew and officials are down there now, rolling him back over. You see the damage done. Looks like he lost the nose of the big bag shark here tonight, and it's going to be on the trailer early for Megalodon. He tried to have a repeat of last week, making it to the finals. Unfortunately, he's eliminated here tonight. Excalibur from Crush This moves on into the round two competition. And next up at the line, longtime MTA veteran Greg Durbin and Brutus. He's back now in action. Former three-time Thursday Night Thunder champion to take on Preston Hurd, who is still searching for his very first Thursday Night Thunder championship. He's got to go through one of the best in the business, hailing out of Team Scream in Columbus, Michigan. Brutus ready on the inside lane right there as Zombie gets prepped and ready. He's been very consistent out on the Thunder Series, trying to get that big time win. Both trucks staged and ready to go. Zombie and Brutus going to get it on. There's a green light down the straightaway. Zombie's got a slight lead. Brutus now closing the gap. It's close. What a ride it is for both drivers. Gets it all the way down and into the other trucks at the shutdown area of the track. What an incredible matchup as we go back and check out your MTA photo finish. Your winner in round one is going to be Preston Hurd and Zombie over Brutus here tonight. What an incredibly close race that was. Zombie, however, moving on into our second round on Thunder. And next up here tonight, Cool and Luke himself, the veteran out of Cinnamon, New Jersey. Six-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. The new UFO's been working a wonder for him. He's now ready to take on the Monster Mania 3 champion, USA 1, Jalen Buford behind the wheel. He is representing the Renegades Motorsports race team, James Bailey-Court and UFO, the leader and captain of K&J Motorsports, ready to go on the inside lane. Ford and Chevrolet. Green light goes down now off the line. USA 1 didn't get a hold time, but UFO's right there with him. Both race all the way down to the wire as UFO parks it at the wall inside the shutdown area. What an incredible matchup. Two great teams getting it on here tonight inside of round one. It doesn't get much closer than that, ladies and gentlemen. As we go back and check out your MTA photo finish coming down to the wire, your winner is going to be James Bailey-Court by a nose in the UFO Ford over USA 1 here tonight. But as we move right along with round one action coming up next, Joseph Nelson returns in Destroyer. He took home his first Thunder championship just a couple of weeks ago. He's back in action, ready now to take on Mean Gene Patterson. Colt Cobra from Cobra Creek, Colorado, representing the Crush This podcast race team over here on the inside lane. And the supercharged BDS-powered Ford Brass Eagle Snakebite ready to go down here in round one. Two Ford Oval Brigade trucks going to throw it down. Who's going to go on into round two? Green light goes down on the line. They go side by side. Destroyer's got a slight lead. Snakebite coming back on him now. And I'm not sure if Patterson had enough coming over that last set of cars. He was closing the gap on Joseph Nelson and Destroyer there. What an incredible matchup that was as we go back down and check out our MTA photo finish, ladies and gentlemen, between Snakebite and Destroyer. Your winner in round one, it's going to be Gene Patterson and Snakebite by inches, putting Destroyer on the trailer. These races are incredibly close out here tonight on Thunder, and now it's down to the nitty-gritty. Eric Patiki and the King Crunch Chevrolet out of Spring, Texas, takes on the reigning and defending champion from the Crush This race team, Dan Chichagash in the Dodge Hemi horsepowered Rammunition on the outside lane. He tries to put that Dodge in the winner's circle once again here tonight. He's got to put away one bad, fast Chevrolet. Here's the green light now. Rammunition and King Crunch throwing down the final race of round one. Up and over, no man's land. It's a shootout to the finish line, and I think King Crunch may have had enough to put the Dodge on the trailer early here tonight in round one, ladies and gentlemen. Another close matchup here as we get ready to break it down inside of round one. Going back to our MTA photo finish, your winner is going to be Eric Latiki and King Crunch. He puts the champion on the trailer early in round one. And ladies and gentlemen, we hope you're having a great time with us out here on the MTA YouTube channel. That will be the end of round one competition, and a lot more great racing still to come. So don't go anywhere. Round two action is next. Are you you ready to get in on the action here on the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube channel? Look no further. Head over to Facebook where you can sign up for all the great events we host right here on the MTA YouTube channel. Be sure to sign up for the events and register your name and get locked in with a monster truck of your own and get ready for the great thrills and spills right here on the MTA YouTube channel. Again, find us on Facebook, register for these events, and you soon will be competing in all the great events. We hope to see you there. And get ready for the wild and crazy action. Be sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a beat right here on the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube channel. Welcome back to Thursday Night Thunder, week 3 of the April season in full swing. We saw round 1, how captivating it was. Now we're back with round 2 competition here tonight. And up first, how it all shakes down, the War Wizard taking on Blue Thunder, followed by Tropical Thunder taking on Excalibur. Then we look at the other side of the bracket, Preston Hurd and Zombie taking on the veteran James Vaillancourt in UFO. And closing out round 2 action, Gene Patterson and Snakebite taking on Eric Latiki and King Crunch, who earlier tonight knocked off the reigning champion and Dana Gosh with the Rammunition Dodge. Both drivers are staged up at the line right now as we get round 2 action underway. Sawyer Ramsdale, the S-Kicker, your Monster Mania 6 Night 2 champion. Blue Thunder coming to the line to take on a longtime veteran, Chris Balute, former 3-time Thursday Night Thunder champion in the War Wizard. Brand new truck over there on the outside lane. He hasn't had much luck with that brand new truck. He did get stuck at the Wendy's drive-thru the other night, but he's going to try to make history or be history here tonight in round 2 competition against the Built For Tough Blue Thunder. Here's a green light now down the straight stretch. They're side by side. Blue Thunder now with a big-time lead as War Wizard couldn't close the gap on him coming over the last of the cars. And Sawyer Ramsdale and Blue Thunder will take it in to semifinal action here tonight. War Wizard go back on the trailer or the Wendy's drive-thru. Next up here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder, Chad Legit, Too Legit had a wild crash last week. Tropical Thunder team got that truck back together, and he's ready for action here tonight inside of round 2 to take on your 2024 Monster Jam World Finals Freestyle RC champion, Josh Rose, in the Excalibur Chevrolet over there on the outside lane, representing the Crush This race team, trying to do big things out here tonight on Thunder. He's got Tropical Thunder on the inside. Here's the green light now down the straightaway they go. Ford Chevrolet duking it out up and over no man's land. And Chad Legit had a good lead on him, but lost it right there inside of no man's land. And Josh Rhodes and Excalibur will move on into semifinals here tonight. He'll put Tropical Thunder on the trailer. What an incredible race that was. But moving right along with round 2 action, Preston Hurd in the Zombie Machine made its debut a few years ago. He's had a lot of consistent runs with it, trying to get that big-time win. However, right now, he draws up against one of the long-time veterans, one of the MTA greats, and now MTA Hall of Famer, James Vaillancourt in the UFO Ford from Semifinal, New Jersey, on the K&J Motorsports race team, ready to rock the house. Here's the green light now. UFO and Zombie gonna throw it down there side by side, up and over no man's land now, and Zombie will put the veteran on the trailer early here in round 2 competition. What a ride it was, and Preston Hurd looking strong here tonight as James Vaillancourt and UFO didn't have an answer for him over that last set of cars. So Zombie advancing on into our semifinal competition. But right now, the story is this guy right here, Eric Latiki in the King Crunch Chevrolet, just knocked off earlier tonight the reigning champion and Dana Gosh with Rammunition. He is now set to take on the teammate of Rammunition. That is the Snakebite Ford over there on the outside lane. Mean Gene Patterson ready to go, trying to get a little bit of redemption for his teammate and Dana Gosh, both drivers stage. Ford Chevrolet, Snakebite, King Crunch down the straightaway. Now they're side by side, slight lead to King Crunch on the inside, but Snakebite pulls the trigger over that last set of cars as King Crunch gets caught up in the pond there in the center of the track. Not sure who got this round 2 victory as we saw Snakebite close the gap on him towards the finish line. Let's go back up to the top of the track. Take another look at this MTA replay. Off the line they go. King Crunch has a slight lead. The left lane's been pulling hard all night off the starting line. Now they settle it down in no man's land. King Crunch gets a little crossed up, and at the finish line, Gene Patterson makes up the ground in Snakebite, getting redemption for his teammate and Rammunition earlier tonight. He will advance on into our semifinal competition, putting the King Crunch Chevrolet on the trailer here tonight after round 2. But ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot more great racing still to come. 4 trucks remain in our field here tonight, and we will crown an all-new Thursday Night Thunder champion in week 3 of the April season. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Semis returns after the break. Thursday Night Thunder for our semifinal competition. Be sure to check out Revolution when it makes its debut in May of 2025. But right now, semifinal action getting underway. Blue Thunder set to take on Excalibur, Ford Chevrolet Showdown. Then we look at the other side of the bracket. Zombie taking on Snakebite. So it's going to be a battle of the concept trucks over on the other side of the bracket. All these drivers trying to make it to the final round showdown. Two of these drivers are from the Crush This race team. They've been dominating Thursday Night Thunder pretty much since the start of the year. But right now, the Monster Mania 6 champion coming back in Blue Thunder to take on the 2024 Halloween Madness champion Josh Rhodes in the Excalibur Chevrolet. Again, another representative from the Crush This Motorsports race team on the inside lane. Again, Ford Chevrolet shootout here tonight. Who's going to the final round showdown? Blue Thunder, Excalibur. It's showtime as the green light goes down the straightaway side by side. Excalibur with a slight lead. He gets the job done. Josh Rhodes and Excalibur will put the Blue Thunder on the trailer here tonight, and the Chevrolet camp will put a seed in the final round showdown here tonight. The question remains, who is he going to meet there? Because two drivers want to get to the finals here tonight. One of them, Gene Patterson out of Jefferson City, Missouri, the Ford BDS Supercharged Brass Eagle Snakebite from the Crush This race team. He is set to take on Preston Hurd and Zombie, who is clamoring for his very first Thursday Night Thunder Championship. He has come close so many times. Is tonight going to be the night he gets to the finals once again? Both drivers staged and ready to go. Snakebite, Zombie, final round is on the line. Green light goes down on the line. They go. They're side by side, up and over no man's land. A shootout to the finish line, and from over here in the booth, it looked like Preston Hurd and Zombie got a slight lead on him over the finish line. We're going to go back and check out your MTA photo finish here tonight. Your winner in our semifinal competition is going to be Preston Hurd and Zombie by inches. He'll put Snakebite on the trailer here tonight, and the final round showdown will be set. Zombie taking on Excalibur. The Crush This boys are trying to hang on to that championship flag, keep it within their team. But right now, we want to take you back to earlier tonight as Peanut took on Josh Rhodes and Excalibur. See that far lane? He flipped the truck over end, coming out of no man's land. Just got a bad bounce, couldn't get it back under control, flipping the truck over. They got him right side up. They're back there now, thrashing on the Megalodon machine. If you remember, last week, Peanut made it all the way to the finals, losing out to Diecast and Rammunition. The crew has gone over that truck. They were hoping to do well out here tonight. However, the track did not do so in their favor. They're down there thrashing. They say they'll have that truck back and ready for the end of the April season next week. We'll see what they can come up with by then. But right now, it is time for the final round showdown. Will Preston Hurd and Zombie get his first Thunder Championship, or is Josh Rhodes taking a flag back to Crush This? Find out next.
It's bigger. It's louder. It's better than ever. This still isn't your typical motorsports podcast. This is the 10th anniversary of Crush This, a monster truck podcast brought to you by J Concepts. For 10 years, your hosts, the monster truck Canucker Brad Shaw and Dan Chichagash, have brought you into the minds and personalities of the monster truck industry. Strap in and hold on tight. This is Crush This.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. Week 3 of the April season almost coming to an end, and this is how it all shook down earlier tonight. Josh Rhodes and Excalibur, he went out there and defeated the Megalodon machine in round 1, took out Tropical Thunder in round 2, and then Blue Thunder and Semis, other side of the bracket. Zombie took out Brutus, then UFO, and then Snakebite in the semifinals to finally match up against Excalibur. And again, the storylines are big here tonight because Zombie and Preston Hurd are looking for their very first Thursday Night Thunder Championship out here, and then Josh Rhodes and Excalibur. He is the 2024 Halloween Madness champion, still looking for that very first Thunder Championship. He wants to take the championship flag back home. The team Crush This. He's got a lot on his shoulders here tonight. However, Preston Hurd and Zombie on the inside lane again, looking for that very first Thunder Championship. Who's going to take victory lane here tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, Excalibur, Zombie, it's showtime here tonight as we go green down the straight stretch and go. They're side by side, slightly to Zombie on the inside lane. A close shootout all the way down to the wire as they both get it shut down right into the other trucks right there at the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Rhodes and Excalibur had an awesome save over there. from the far lane. We're going to go back and take another look at our MTA replay. Still not sure who got the racing win here tonight as Zombie got him off the line coming down that straightaway. Excalibur almost about a half a truck length lead behind. Watch now as they go up through no man's land. They come to the finish line right there. And Preston Hurd and Zombie will get his first Thunder Championship here tonight by about 3/4 of a truck. Check out your far lane as Josh Rhodes puts it on 2 wheels, settles it back down, tagging another truck in the process. What an incredible final round showdown here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But at this time, give it up for his very first Thursday Night Thunder Championship, your winner, Preston Hurd and Zombie. And ladies and gentlemen, what an absolutely incredible night of racing here in week 3 on Thursday Night Thunder. We hope you came out and enjoyed yourself, had fun with the family watching tonight's program. Be sure to check us out next week, and we'll see if Zombie can hang on to that championship flag. Thank you guys so much. Be sure if you haven't already, cross that subscribe button. I'll catch you down the road.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah.